Billy Eichner. My name is Amer, slightly homosexual film aficionado. If you want your movie to succeed, you can't just have them be gay. They gotta be gay and something else, like vampires.
Yeah.
Like Interview with a Vampire.
Pirates.
Pirates. Oh, gay pirates?
Yeah.
Come on, get Johnny Depp on that thing. And like, arr, arr, matey.
Arr, my assy.
Arr, matey.
Lick my hole.
Let him peg him with a peg. This is my only bet. That's the only thing. Assalamu alaikum.
Hi.
Boneheads and bonehoes. Welcome to a new episode of It Was a Bonne Nuit.
Hi.
My name is Amer, and this is the 80s hot guy, Gabriel Omasi.
Hey everybody, I'm Gabriel, and we're on the show.
Yeah.
On the show again.
I can't wait to
My
get on the
friend.
show again. As tradition goes, I need to congratulate you, Gabe, on fantastic headlining. Gabe headlined
Yeah, thank you so much.
and did a great job. Even Guillaume was super impressed.
Thank you, Guillaume. You're my friend.
Guillaume, mama.
Oh, Guillaume.
Mama. Yeah.
What did I say?
Guillaume?
I say Guillaume.
I don't know. Retape? No, replay.
Replay. Thank you, Guillaume. You're my friend.
You know, I've been watching more movies since
Mhm.
since we started this movie talk,
Mhm.
like our weekly movie talk, and I've been really enjoying watching movies.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I watched, but I watched movies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I watch. Well, Halloween is coming,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I watch. That's the sound I make when I come. And you've been. You told me, like, Amer, what's your favorite Halloween movies?
Yeah.
And I don't know if I have a favorite
Mhm.
because I don't remember movies. I just absorb them, I
Oh,
live them,
okay,
and
okay,
then I'm
okay.
like, salam alaikum, and I'm gone.
Okay, yeah.
But I watch Hellraiser, like the original Hellraiser.
You know, I never saw Hellraiser.
It's very gory.
Really?
Yeah. And I notice as I grow older, gory films
Yeah.
like turn my stomach up.
When it's when it's
Turn it up. What is it?
Turn it up.
They turn
Make some
my
noise. But when it's gory, I don't know.
I appreciate you. Yes, ending every.
So, isn't there like clicks and clocks on
Oh,
that
yeah,
or something?
Yeah, that was us in like 2006, all in the club going.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it. Yeah, everybody in the club.
Everybody.
Everyone
I
clicking.
keep my blue flag hanging from the backside, but only on the left side. Yeah, that's the Crip side.
Do you think that Snoop Dogg put clicks and clocks in like in his songs as like a homage to Africa? You don't think?
Bile. What's the Russell
Yeah,
Peters
Russell
joke?
Peter. Bile. I love that. That's the funniest bit ever, man.
I think he associates more with Jamaican because he changed his name to Snoop Lion.
Snoop Lion,
And
yeah.
he like grow dreads and he was like
Yeah.
more Jamaican.
Zobile. Remember that bit? Such a funny bit.
What Zobile remind me?
From remember, because so the bit we're talking about is Russell Peters is
Yes.
an elevator with like a big African like card dealer dude or whatever, or like a blackjack dealer, and he was trying to read his name tag the whole time, and it's like all these weird squiggles.
Yeah.
It was like JZXO.
I think it was an exclamation point.
Yeah, exclamation point, and he tried to read it, and he went Zobile. He's like, no, my name is Bile. Fuck, that's such a funny bit.
But it was an exclamation, so I'm like, Dobile! The guy goes, my name is pronounced Bile.
He is one of the. He travels a lot, Russell Peters. That's a career I'd like to have. You know,
Yeah.
speaking to the masses outside of. I mean, you'd have to come. Unfortunately, our headliner couldn't come, so Gabe stepped up to the plate and delivered.
Yeah, it's only 10 minutes. I made a clip. It didn't make any sense. I was like, this clip makes sense. It's like, I might even put it in the thing, but it's like me talking to a guy in the audience.
Yeah.
And he was like so calm. He was alone. I zeroed in on who he was almost exactly. I was like, so you're like an older guy. You're staying at a hostel.
Yeah.
So chances are you're like not married or have no kids.
Yeah.
And he's like, quiet. And I'm like, and then we're both kind of quiet, and everybody kind of laughs ominously. They're like, huh? And I'm like, do you have kids? And at first I was like, do you want a hug? Like, you seem like you need a hug.
Which one was it?
A guy on the right, his
Oh, the
glasses.
bald guy.
Yeah.
It's so funny. He was so short that he
Yeah.
sat on the sofa, a similar sofa to this,
Yeah.
and his feet were
His
up
feet were hanging.
because like they're so short. There's no bending.
Yeah.
There's no like the knee was here
yeah,
or
the
whatever.
knee was there. Yeah.
And he's like so short, and I didn't make a joke about it. I'm like, that would be mean.
Yeah.
He's already bald, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
my people.
And then he was like, no, I don't want a hug. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, do you have kids? He's like, no. Are you married? He's like, no. I'm like, dude, you're clearly suicidal. You need a hug. And he was like, no. I was like, I felt so bad after that. I was like, oh, but everybody was laughing at him. You want a hug? No. What's your name, by the way? You got like really calm energy. Dude, you're clearly suicidal. You need a hug. You clearly want to get him. Do you have any kids? Fuck kids, man. Who here has kids? Yeah, fuck kids. Fuck kids. Fuck kids. No, fuck. He's like, dude, I can't escape being mocked. I bet he was thinking like
I left my country so I can be a new person and I discover myself. Come here and you're mocking me and my tiny feet hangling.
Poor guy.
Hangling
Hangling
on the side of the sofa. Adorable. What a fun show.
Yeah.
We forgot to take. We have a new guy who has a mug who lives in Oregon now. Forgot to take a photo of him. Kombucha. I forgot his name. Bucci? Bucci. His name was Bucci.
Yeah, Bucci.
Anyone knows a Bucci? Let us know.
No, it's a fake Oregon name.
So anyway, let's go back to Halloween movies. Yes.
I forgot, sorry.
So yeah, Hellraiser, it's very gory, but it's 80s gory. Mm-hmm. So it's not gory like today. Like now, if Saw or whatever.
But that's still old. That's like 20 years old now, isn't it?
Yeah, but they can't do like, when they fall in a bathtub. Not a bathtub, but like a tub full of needles. Yeah, they can't do that anymore. Cancel culture would be like,
they could in the 80s when they made all the gory shit like that. It was fun because it was clearly like, what is that noise?
You said you like Halloween movies.
Spooky.
It's the only heater that works in the house.
Okay. So there's this really famous, I don't know if he did Hellraiser, this really famous VFX artist that did all the special effects, all the gore stuff. His name was like Tom Savini or whatever. Like he was in he does a lot of cameos in movies and shit, and he's known for like making like gore but fun. It's not like, when a guy's arm flies off and it's like, oh god, and it's like in Saw, nothing was funny about that.
No,
it was like really disgusting.
Much.
But in his movies, when a guy's arm flies off, it's funny because the blood squirting and it's a weird color and the guy's like, so it's a goofy,
Did you do the Starship Troopers movie?
No. But it's similar, right? It's similar. Yeah.
Okay.
It is similar.
Okay.
But he did movies like I saw a movie over the weekend called Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, The Living Dead is a franchise, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
But there's George Romero, right? I could be butchering this.
Ray Romano.
Yeah, there's Ray Romano. Deborah, I got zombies in my ass. So George Romero in the 70s, or I think it was the 60s, he made the first Night of the Living Dead, right?
Is it a funny movie or is it a scary movie?
So there's two dudes. There's George Romero and this other guy. They both made Night of the Living Dead. I think they got into an argument.
It's funny, you keep saying Night of the Living Dead. All I hear is 9/11 Dead.
9/11 Dead. Yeah, there's 9/11 Dead.
There's 9/11 and Return. Return of 9/11 Dead.
Return of 9/11 Dead. That's fucking it. So there's Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Two guys made that. They got into an argument, so they split up, and George Romero kept on making his zombie movies, but he retained the rights of the title, but only part of the title. So he's allowed to use
Return of.
I can't remember exactly, but so one guy is allowed to use of the dead, but he can't use certain words.
Wow.
It's weird. So George Romero made a few of the dead movies, like Dawn of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Not Shaun of the Dead. That's a British one.
Okay. Fucking British.
Yeah. it's like a joke. Remember, you've seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah.
It's like a parody kind of zombie movie. And so George Romero made a bunch of movies. And then this other guy, I wish I knew his name, I think he made like one other zombie movie in the mid-'80s called Return of the Living Dead.
Return of the Mac.
And Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead, very serious zombie movies, very little humor. They're entertaining, they're intense. But Return of the Living Dead is like comedy mixed with horror. And it's like a bunch of, imagine like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
But they went like hardcore. There's nudity. There's like underage banging.
What movie? What year did that movie come out?
1985.
Those years, man. It was like the highlight of titties and rapey sex and college students.
So
getting
much like that.
It's that era is over. Man,
Yeah.
there's so many just free titties. Just like any 80s movie, if it involves teenagers, there were titties involved.
Yeah, and there's like one scene where like
bushes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's one scene in the movie where like they're in a graveyard waiting for their friend to get off work. There happens to be a graveyard across from his job, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a group of punks. There's like a punk, there's like a preppy kid, there's like a horror girl, and then there's like this really punky, weird woman that talks about dying all the time, and she's in a graveyard, and she gets like really, really, really horny, and she starts like going like, and she takes off her clothes, and one guy's like, dude, Deborah's taking her clothes off again. Bro. And she gets completely naked in the movie, and there's a 5-minute naked dance scene of her dancing to like some weird punk song from like the nobody's ever heard of, and it's awesome. It's like amazing. It's so cool. You're like, dude, this is a movie. And then meanwhile, there's zombies going on in the background, and it's like any death is like hilarious. The zombies look funny. It's so entertaining. It's an hour and 20 minutes of just funny zombie cool shit. Yeah. And they don't get that.
Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I love this movie.
Do I need to watch something before the return?
No.
Like The Coming and then The Return?
No.
Okay.
No.
It starts, the first one of the series called The Return of the Living Dead.
Like within the first 5 minutes, you're like laughing. You're like, this is so stupid.
Imagine filming that scene. All right, Charlotte.
Yeah, go.
Dance. And, like, and the director, he's a perv. He's like, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. All right, we need to do it again.
Yeah.
From the bottom. She's doing it again. She's like... One more time, Charlotte, do it, yeah! And everybody's watching, like the guy holding the boom.
Sure.
Like,
I bet they're all such, and then she probably dug it. And the whole movie, she's naked.
Okay,
like she's running around, like, my god, I'm naked. She's running the whole, and you forget that she's naked.
We should Google her to see where she is right now. Does she work like a Starbucks or a Walmart? She's a Walmart
greeter.
She's
like 60 now or something.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Maybe that was the highlight. She's not famous. It's not like Nicole Kidman.
No.
Maybe that was the highlight
of
her career.
There's so many actors like that. They just do one thing, especially in the 80s. They're so
Hollywood is so fucked up.
Yeah,
I started watching Blonde, like the Marilyn Monroe, because she's so beautiful.
Yeah.
What am I? Brian De Palma. What's her name? The actress Brian De Palma.
No, Brian De Palma directed Scarface.
It's him. It's him in a Blonde. No, it's Adrian De Palma.
Oh, I don't know.
Alma De Palma.
I don't know. I don't
Palm
know.
oil.
I don't know his name. Palm oil.
Something De Palma. I think that's her name. Anna De Palma. Aina.
Maybe.
Dua Lipa? Zoe Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel. I don't know.
Anyways, she's gorgeous. I'm like, I'm gonna watch. She's beautiful. Yeah. Let's see the story, dude. And the first 5 minutes, I'm like, I can't watch this. It's all like like back when Hollywood was run by like fucking pedophiles and rapists, and she just like gets fucked by a director, and you don't see the rape, but sad nudity just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't wake up my penis. I want to see. That's why porn is awesome, because it's happy nudity, like mainstream porn. Yeah. The girl's like, I love it. I know people are saying like, oh, it's fake. Well, I want to see fake happiness. I don't want to, think of her childhood. Mm-hmm. She's getting gangbanged or whatever. Like that's not what interests me. So it's just, I just turn off. Because it's so sad. Like her dad is absent. I'm like, that makes sense. Yeah. And then her mom is crazy. She tries to kill her. Oh, I don't want to see any of that. Why? Just show me like the glamour. Yeah. I want to see behind the scenes.
No.
That's no interest.
It's really
so sad.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried watching it. It was in black and white.
She should have had a podcast. Do you think Marilyn Monroe would have had a podcast? It's like, I'm done. I'm done with Hollywood. I'm starting a podcast.
Jack Kennedy's cock.
Yeah. We should start rumors like this too.
You tried to stab me.
Apparently, dude, she was like passed around.
Yeah.
Like John F. Kennedy had sex with her, and then he gave her to his brother.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'm just sorry.
He lost interest in her, right? Yeah. And then she went to the other.
She must have been annoying.
I don't know. I don't know much about her at all. I did see a documentary about her. I don't remember it at all. Must have been drinking then.
Talking about drinking, dude, you've been killing it lately without booze in your system.
It's actually really, really, really helpful not to drink ever.
Listen,
I'm so much sharper.
I have a copy of the Quran here somewhere. Let me give it to you.
That looks like a bag of cocaine. What is that?
Bro, shut the fuck up.
What is that?
I think they're drapes.
Oh, okay. Don Draper? Oh,
curtains.
Nice.
I bought them for a show and I never used them. Oh. So I'm going to keep them here. I need white curtains, Gabe, for my meetings. I also have a white hat.
Oh, yeah?
No.
You mean your
joking.
outfit?
Dude, it's so funny. You remind me about horror movies. So I read a book. I forgot the name of the book. I forgot the name of the writer. It's like when I'm like, okay, I need to read more to fix my English. And I read a book, and it's like a scary book. It's about a kid who ends up living in a cemetery, and he befriends all the ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a kind of a scary, spooky book.
Is this like a kid's book or?
Here's the thing. So I'm reading it, and I was I finished it. I was so proud of myself for finishing it. I'm like, man, that's crazy. And then at the end, you read like the editor's note or whatever, and like Neil Gaiman. Yeah, it's Neil Gaiman.
Oh, okay, cool. I love Neil Gaiman.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it was a children's book. I'm like,
Oh.
oh, that's a child's book, like children's book. God damn it! And it took me like a month to finish it.
Dedicated to my son Billy, who loves reading literature.
Like Neil Gaiman is a writer of many fictional children's book. I'm like, oh, I just read like I didn't know it was a children's book.
So he makes kids books too, because he did like a bunch of cool. You did Sandman and shit.
Oh, yeah? Oh no, yeah, I started watching Sandman. I lost
interest.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Like get to the point. Who's the ghost? What's this fog?
What? Who's the ghost?
Yeah.
Who's
no.
ghost?
Wait, no. That's another. That's Stephen King. The Fog. Also, I watched that. Yeah, they didn't appeal to me.
Okay. You ever watch The Shining?
I did. It's pretty
Recently?
good. No, a long time ago.
How long ago?
Years.
Damn, man. I love The Shining. I watch it almost every year, man.
Really?
Like on Halloween. Yeah. It's so good. Fucking Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
He's immediately insane. You're watching the movie.
Yeah.
And it's like him walking.
Yeah, he's pretty
and
cool.
you're like, I think this guy's fucking gonna murder it. Like the moment you see his eyes, you're like, when is he gonna fucking snap?
Yeah.
And it's so satisfying to see him snap.
It felt like COVID.
It did.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone has made that correlation.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
COVID
I mean,
and
at
The
least
Shining.
I remember like
Old people who've seen Shining.
like I filmed myself like acting as if I was Jack Torrance, like that, but as a joke to be like, dun, dun, like the music, the soundtrack. And
okay, you made the connection. Okay.
Yeah, because he's isolated from the world, and it's especially in Canada, it's like fucking, it's a frozen shithole, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
Imagine being by yourself during COVID in the winter.
Yeah. Bro,
How was
that's
that?
my life. It's great.
Imagine you'd be awesome as a caretaker. Maybe his family was the problem.
It's always the family, bro. You
Because
gotta murder the family
you-
and focus on your art.
Yeah, imagine if he was alone. He'd finish the book, no one would bug him, and he would come back when all the snow would thaw. He'd come up with a great book, be a millionaire, or whatever.
Millionaire, exactly.
Yeah, never murder anybody.
Do you how do you think Stephen King thought of that? He's like, oh, I just want to murder my wife.
Yeah. I just want to do coke and write.
Yeah.
And wake up months later and have a book done.
I wonder. Like he's a very sweet guy, apparently. Like on
Stephen King.
Yeah, he's very liberal and he's kind and he's sweet.
He's from Vermont or some shit, right?
He's like a Vermonty kind of personality type of exactly. But those dark thoughts are in his mind, and he found an outlet. Do you think? As like comedians, sometimes they get canceled for their jokes, but we don't mean them. They're jokes.
No,
No one cancels fucking murderers.
No?
Like he thought of it the same thing. He thought of a character that murders well.
Yeah.
He does a very good job murdering.
Yeah.
And everyone celebrates it. But when a comedian does a joke that is like, ooh, on the edge, like, ooh, he's mocking these people and these people, suddenly, like, we have to cancel. But it's the same thing.
Yeah.
This guy's murdering people in his art, we're fucking mocking Jews and transsexuals and rapists.
You know what? I think the difference is like we're making fun while he's like sincerely writing about a topic.
So we have to be sincere about our.
It's hard. No, you don't have to be anything, right? Like, but also like amongst all the bullshit, there's like a lot of bad shit.
Because they're both thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I hit my eye. They're both thoughts.
Yeah.
They're just put in differently, like they just like way bad. Everyone has a different vomiting machine.
Yeah.
Our vomiting machine comes out as a joke.
Yeah.
And his vomiting machine comes out as a book.
But
we both had the same thought.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what I mean?
true. Yeah. It all comes out like
it's a thought.
It's like the original thought comes out the same way, and then the way you put it down is
exactly.
however
We're just a vomiting machine.
Yeah.
Burping machine. You burp your jokes, and he fucking writes books. I wonder when they will go after them. It's the same thing like with rap. Rap.
Yeah.
All the rapper from our age, they're all like fuck bitches and I bang these hoes and suck my dick and women are hoes. No one cancels them.
Nah.
No one goes after them.
No, but people.
It's a black privilege. They're like, ooh, we don't want to.
White lives matter, man.
Did you
see the Kanye thing?
Yeah. Right now, he's a publicity stunt machine.
Yeah, he's a.
When you go after Jews, like, okay, how much attention do you want, bro?
Yeah. Did he go after Jews yet?
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't read it, but apparently Kanye West wrote a tweet that was anti-Semitic, and everyone's like, oh, I'm like, come on. You're going after Jews
Yeah.
now? Come on.
I know,
How
that's
much
Amer's
attention?
job.
Not in tweets. Anyways, but it's interesting. Like, in my mind, he's gonna release an album soon, or something's gonna happen soon.
Yeah.
Because this is how he gathers all the attention, and then bam, he drops a new album.
Yeah. Damn.
Sucks that's how the world works.
I think Kanye is like the Aphex twin of rap.
You think?
No, I don't know. It sounded smart or something.
It would be nice for you to develop on this, but you could just cut the podcast right there. Like, oh my God, Gabe, with his insightful insights.
Yes.
I was thinking about it. Like, like you have people. Why do people make so many jokes about Jews? I think it's because Jews are the only people who have a true, pure sense of humor.
Yeah, they go along with it. They like if you let's say like you.
Like they have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like if you say you fucking Jew, they're all like.
I mean, I don't say you fucking Jew, but sure, where's the joke in there? But I'll agree with you. Yeah, you fucking Jew. Yeah, that's not.
Sorry.
Cancel Gabe. TMZ.
I have no comment. I have no comment. Is that the paparazzi?
Yeah, that's the paparazzi.
Can't the fucking.
They just put the mic in their face.
It looks like just a big black sperm.
Oh yeah, it does look like it.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's very spermy.
Oh my God, it does look like sperm.
That's hilarious.
Now all I see is a sperm.
I know.
It would be funny if like black people had black sperm and
Yeah.
white people had white sperm and
That would be
Asian
cool.
people had.
Yellow.
Cancel Gabe, everybody. Just tricked him. I tricked you. But
and the Arabic people, the
hairy. He's like-
no, I was gonna say shisha smoke comes out or something. Some shit.
It's like the tail is a shisha hose.
Yeah.
With flies. It's on a magic carpet. They're holding hands with the other sperm.
Yeah.
You're very. Oh, that's funny.
That's fun.
What do I want to say? Oh,
Yeah.
why do I keep hitting your thigh?
It's an indication of.
It's an indication of like I have something to tell you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you heard, but there's a new romantic movie, like a rom-com
Okay.
called Bros. It's
Uh-huh.
between two men.
Yeah.
And apparently it's bombing and everyone's now
Really?
watching it.
Oh.
And it sucks. I mean, they put millions of dollars into it.
Yeah.
But here's what I thought. I don't know. I listened to your recommendation and I started watching Interview with a Vampire.
I
series.
did I recommend that?
Yeah,
I
you
said-
told me.
Okay.
You told me you should watch it. And I started watching it. And like in the original movie, there's like undertones of homosexuality.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no more undertones. Now
It's
it's,
all
like,
just
yeah.
gay?
No
way.
It's gay. It's super gay. Like they kiss and they fly. It's very gay.
Oh no!
So I'm watching
I mean,
it.
Yes. Why would I go? Oh no!
So I'm watching it, and it's a very good series because I love the
Really?
characters.
Okay.
I was afraid that they wouldn't. No one can top Tom Cruise and
No.
Brad Pitt. These are like the hottest men of the
Yeah.
90s, and
Yeah.
everyone wanted them to watch him fuck. So they can't top it. Now it's like the character of Brad Pitt is played by a black guy,
Okay.
and the character of Tom Cruise is played by a guy who looks exactly like Brad Pitt.
Weird.
Yeah, but they got the vibe of it, and that's what I wanted. They got the when you watch the original Interview
Mhm.
with a Vampire,
Mhm.
they have a vibe. It has a
Yeah.
somber, and it sucks you in.
Yeah.
So the series, it sucks you in. They made it perfectly.
Cool.
So my advice for the people who made Bros and it didn't work,
Yeah.
if you want to make a rom-com, a gay rom-com that works, just involve vampires and sucking something else than other than cock. Like have a blood sucking or whatever, and then it will work because the show is fucking great.
Really?
It's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. No, Bros didn't work. Apparently, what's his name? Billy Eichner.
I have no idea who that is.
So he did a show called Billy on the Street. You ever see like the clips on YouTube or
Sometimes, yeah.
He's like, hey, do you know? I don't know. He'd be like, do you like Seth Rogen? And people would be like, no. Well, there he is, right there. And he would be like this, and they would freak out, and it's funny. And So he's. I think what happened was that the marketing of the movie.
Is he gay?
Yeah, super gay.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. The marketing of the movie was instead of it being focused on it being funny, they were
Yeah.
focusing on the historical relevancy of it being a super gay movie, and it's the first time two leads are gay,
It's like-
playing gay
yeah.
people.
So that movie is like the Barack Obama of movies.
Well, they
Like the
clearly-
first black president. The
Yeah.
first black president. This is the first romantic gay movie.
But I don't think that's true.
Yeah, but didn't
Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, Brokeback Mountain, but it ended badly. Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
You know.
but like not all movies can be happy.
The Denis Villeneuve, didn't he make like Let Me Taste Your Peach? No, what's the name of the movie?
Let me taste your peach.
Yeah, Peachtree. He made a movie, and apparently there's a lot of gay stuff in it.
Oh,
The French people have been making gay movies since like the 1800s.
Yeah, like what about The Birdcage? Isn't that a gay movie?
Birdcage, isn't that the girl
Kevin Kline?
who hides her eyes because she
No,
can't
that's
see?
Bird Box.
That's Bird Box.
Birdcage.
How am I supposed to remember synonyms?
I don't know, man. There's a lot of things in the world I don't understand. Gay people is no.
Gay people.
Nah, they're
Be
great.
one of them.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Billy Eichner. Here's my message to Billy Eichner. Billy,
Should have went to
have
Netflix.
them suck something else than cock.
Yeah.
At cock and blood, and you'll have.
Wait, say it again for the clip.
Okay. Billy Eichner. My name is Amer. Billy Eichner. My name is Amer. Slightly homosexual film aficionado. If you want your movie to succeed, you can't just have them be gay. They gotta be gay and something else, like vampires.
Yeah.
Like Interview with a Vampire. You can have them like zombies.
Pirates.
Pirates. Oh, gay pirates?
Yeah.
Come on, get Johnny Depp on that thing. So
Yeah.
make him suck a cock and like, arr, arr, matey.
Arr,
matey.
Lick my hole.
Yes, exactly. Let him peg him with a peg. You know?
Wow.
And then you'll have a success. Maybe the story isn't good. That's why.
Yeah.
And you can't have a Barack Obama movie. Do you get my analogy?
Yeah, because he's the first.
Exactly.
He's the first one.
I was hoping for a
and-
laugh, but it's okay. It's all right.
Okay, yeah. No, I was just more trying to.
No shorts.
I was trying to connect the logic, but I got it.
I
now.
jumped a lot, You cannot. You got to be more than that. Like, yeah, French people have been making movies with gay. Dude, French people have been making movies with gay sex and like jizz and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
There's I forgot the name, but there's a movie where like
And
hardcore
Billy
sex.
Eichner blamed us for the reason why the movie didn't succeed.
Cool, sexy man.
Well, heterosexual, cool, sexy men.
Well, yeah, probably.
But when's the last time you've been to the movies?
Me, I went
Yeah.
to see the David Bowie thing, and before that,
Okay, so you're totally gay.
I went to see Eddie Murphy, Beverly Hills Cops, or whatever. I don't know. I remember the last time I went to see it, but it's been a long time.
There
Yeah.
should have been a double feature with the
A
David Bowie
straight movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, double
It's-
like
yeah.
David Bowie. Like if you guys like David Bowie, you're
Yeah.
probably on the edge of homosexuality.
Yeah,
Here's
you
Bros.
better watch Bros.
Yeah.
Palate cleanser.
Who would go see a rom-com in the theater?
Fuck
That's the
no.
thing.
Yeah.
He should have released, as you said. Did you just say you should have
Netflix.
released on that? Yeah, he should have
or
released.
anything?
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube.
Yes.
Probably get a million bajillion views.
What's
I'd
it?
watch it. Apparently, it's funny.
It's funny.
They got good reviews.
By whom?
The media.
Controlled by
Jews.
gays. But
Oh,
all
okay,
right.
okay,
Gay Jews, the ultimate power.
Yeah.
Gay hard Jews. But yeah,
Gay hard Jews.
gay hard Jews, hot Jews, hotty McHot hot. Oh, for the fans out there, I know that some of you have been asking for mugs. We have how many mugs do you have at home? Unopened.
Oh, I think two.
2. I have 1. You have
Oh,
3
you
mugs
have-
left, and I have not yet decided if I'm gonna buy more. So guys, this is your chance. Maybe we should make another logo for the other series.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
see.
yeah.
What are your top 5 Hollywood, not Hollywood, Halloween movies?
Okay. So I we already spoke about Return of the Living Dead.
So that's 5 or
Yeah,
4?
I would say that's 5. Let's
5.
say that's
Return of the
5.
Living Dead. Number
Yeah.
5.
Number 4. Basically, there's no particular order. I can't.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
like-
I understand.
Okay, this movie I recommend to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to ruin it, but I'll just say it. It's called Miracle Mile. Imagine yourself, you're a guy and let's say you're 30 years old and you're a single guy and you really want to meet a girl, but nobody understands you. You don't get, you're like a jazz aficionado and you play the
You're
trumpet. Yeah, you're gay. And you meet a girl finally
Oh.
at a museum or some shit. And you're getting along and you go on a date and you get along very, very well.
That's
You're having
nice.
a great time. And something happens. I don't know. Like you want to go on another date.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out as I'm talking. And you're like, the girl's like, I get off work at midnight. You're like, okay, I'll meet you at work because she works at a diner. This girl, and you go to bed, but then your power in your building goes out.
Wait. I think I've seen it not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, keep going.
And then he wakes up like hours and hours later, and he goes to the diner. She's not there.
Yeah.
She's sad.
Yeah.
He's sad. He speaks to him like, where is she? Where'd she go? What happened? And she went home. So you go to the phone booth. You call the phone booth. She doesn't pick up. You leave, and then all of a sudden you hear ringing. Ring. from the phone booth.
Yeah.
Pick it up. A man's on the phone being like, "Oh my god, they did it! Oh my god, man, what happened, man?" And you're like, what is this? What's going on? They shot the missiles, man. They're gonna bomb us, man. They're gonna kill us, man. And he's like, "What is this, a joke? No, joke. What do you think it's a joke? Fuck!" And then he hangs up the phone. That was pretty good. And then he goes to inside the diner.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Guys, I got a weird phone call from a guy being like the nukes or this or that." And everyone's like, "That's stupid." And then no one believes you. But then you speak to one person that like is in politics. And she's like, "Huh?" And she starts calling all these senators and shit. And apparently they're all flying to like the North Pole. Have you seen this movie?
Yeah, I have. But I like you. I like stories. So keep telling me. I'm mesmerized.
And
I've watched it like not too long ago. That's
Really?
the funny part. I just don't remember. I just lived them and then like,
whoa.
Then I come out. Yeah.
Okay, so and then she's like, and everyone's like, "What is this real? Is this real?" And so this rumor spreads and it spreads and it spreads to all of Los Angeles, right? And everybody goes into chaos. They think, "Oh my god, the world is ending! Holy shit!" And I'm gonna leave it there. That's what the Miracle Mile is about, man. The first half an hour is like a rom-com, and then it turns into a fucking nightmare.
I think I watched it not too long ago, and when you said the diner, I'm like, yeah, I remember. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
When I watched it, but I remember I watched it not too long ago.
Does weed count as being sober?
Yeah.
What? Sorry.
Dude, I had a dream, and I was talking to you, and you just had a mustache with a little. Like
Goatee?
Little. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a fucking weird look. And I'm like, you fucking broke sober October. That's why you shave your beard. You're like, yes. Did you break sober October, Gabe?
I smoked weed. I said I was drinking. I had a little bit of weed.
It's a technicality.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When did you smoke weed?
Over the weekend, I had weed. I bought. I didn't buy it, but I bought it like in the beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
Because Claire likes to smoke a little bit of weed. And I bought, it was a half CBD, half THC, so it wasn't very strong at all. It was just like more CBD. It was like, oh, okay.
Don't downplay it. It's okay. We decided sober October is booze.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of coffee and I smoked like I think 2 hits of weed.
That's more than enough.
And it felt like I drank a glass of wine.
Really? Or just a glass of wine? Okay.
Like and I played a game and I was like, whoa, and it was nice.
Yeah, I like weed.
I think this weed is like, because usually weed freaks me the hell out, man.
Mm-hmm. You told me. But don't overindulge.
No.
You have a with your history and everything. Murdering.
Yeah.
You don't.
Did I talk about how I tripped out really bad on this podcast? When did it? How long have we been doing this podcast?
For 6,000 years, bro. That's
I don't remember.
We are the Sandmen.
Wow.
We're the Sandmen.
Sandmen.
We're the Sandmen.
You're the San N word.
Hey, assalamu alaikum. 9/11 of the dead.
Yeah.
Night of the living dead. 9/11. All right, but it's funny. I wet my sofa. I smoked weed as well this week, and I liked it. I don't know, how do you smoke weed? Do you smoke weed and play video games?
No, it could be anything. Watch a thing, TV, smoke weed.
I cannot have an input when I smoke weed. It freaks me out.
What do you do?
So I take a couple of hits of a joint.
Mm-hmm.
I smoke like once a week or once every 2-3 weeks.
Okay.
Just that, and then I listen to music from like Uruguay. I type like Uruguay funk or whatever, words that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And I do the dishes and I talk out loud. I look fucking weird.
Wow.
I'm just imagining like a guy going, it's not a church. So I'm just doing my jokes and seeing if I can expand on something. Yeah. And then I think of a joke, like my joke about reading Harry Potter again.
Okay.
Dude, that was.
Yeah, that was funny ass joke.
All right, I won't do it right now.
I did the fucking Asian. Oh no, we can't do Asian voice every episode.
Yes, we can. Guys, listen. One of the benefits of doing shows in hostels is that you get to see people from all around the world react to our humor.
Yeah.
And even if a joke doesn't work, for people who know us, it's still fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing like a guy from Germany going, this is not funny. Or like a Turkish guy getting lost in the wordplay.
Yeah. Huh?
Or French people going, oh.
Like,
Or Asians being offended.
Yeah. It's funny.
It's so fun. So I smoke it. I take a couple of hits of weed. Then I clean and I have like my earphones and I listen to songs. And I think of a line. I'll go sit down. I'll grab a mic. I have a mic.
Yeah.
And shove it up my ass.
Woo. Okay.
Shove the mic up.
Shove the mic up your ass. You grab this mic?
Yeah. Actually, this one.
Oh.
Smell it. Yeah.
There's hair on it.
That's my asshole. Anyways, and I just think of jokes, and I realize, dude, it brings me so much happiness to think of new jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my favorite thing, just to think of new
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah.
You know, I need to do that more. I think it helps me beat
love
my
writing.
the winter blues.
Yeah, writing is so fun when
Just
when
thinking.
it flows, you know.
I love thinking. I love
Yeah.
thinking of jokes. I might after this, I might maybe not get high, but just like listen to music and cook and write jokes.
Oh, very nice.
Because I don't get days off. I fucking Mondays I have something. Tuesday I usually will have this, but I usually have to other. Wednesday I have the showcase. Friday, Saturday I usually doing shows. Sunday we have our show.
Mhm.
So I don't have like a
Yeah.
4 hours where I can be myself
Yeah.
and just like go into my inner world and think of
Mhm.
jokes. So maybe I need to perform less. No, I don't think so.
You have time though. You could easily find time.
I have a crazy sleep schedule, you know?
Yeah, that's the worst. That's the great. Like I feel like like I'm convinced. Let's say the podcast takes off or like whatever, and we're making money and shit. I have a feeling you just still keep the same crazy sleep schedule. Like you'd be like, "Sorry, Gab, I gotta wake up at 4 a.m. and go to bed at 2 p.m." And I'm like, dude, you can wake up whenever you want. Like, no, I'm sorry, I committed to this weird sleep schedule.
Listen. There's something that I love more than anything
Yeah.
is that like sleeping, waking up, and 2 hours later I have the show. Like the idea of me waking up at 10 a.m. and then having a full day
Yeah.
and then going on stage and being 100%.
Yeah.
It's just impossible.
But let's say the podcast
Yeah.
it doesn't become like a job. Let's say like how awesome would it be to wake up, podcast
Yeah.
a bunch,
Yeah.
and then do a show
Yeah, that would be great.
instead of
Yeah.
doing work.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's the second I make enough money,
Yeah.
I'm like fuck any
Fuck
day
it,
job
yeah.
ever.
Oh my god.
Like I'm burning this
Oh, for
part of
sure.
my. Oh yeah.
I fantasize about like this is insane, but
Sorry. All right.
no, it's not that. No, that's pretty normal. But
It's not a fantasy. So yeah.
but I fantasize like if I'm ever like make enough money
Yeah.
to whatever support myself doing this shit.
Every podcast we talk.
I know.
Guys, make it happen so we can stop
Yeah,
talking about
I
our
know.
fantasy if we didn't have day jobs.
But
You'd continue editing though. I don't trust anyone else with the editing of our podcast.
no, yeah. I would edit the podcast probably, but I would like you know how I talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I would start talking shit
Yeah.
about, and I wouldn't use names, but I'd be so descriptive that they would know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Like
Gabe-
I would if I had the power
If you had
to ruin people that
Really?
I don't like,
Really?
but I wouldn't use names.
Okay,
but
wait,
I
wait.
want them to know that I hate them.
Listen, there's two type of mentalities.
Yeah.
In this. I realize people who succeed. There's two type of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a type, and I know people from each side, and I put myself in one of the categories.
Yeah.
There's people who take the shitty people and they use it as fuel to burn,
Yeah.
succeed.
I use it as coal.
And there's two other type of people who just like I just don't want to think about it and
Yeah.
not putting any effort into thinking about it. I use my energy to succeed. So depends what type of human you are. These are the two people that succeed.
Yeah.
Like I'll show these motherfuckers,
Yeah.
and then they work extra hard. And there's other people that go like, oh, I'm not even gonna think of you. You don't even
Yeah.
exist
Yeah.
in my path to success. And I'm just like, fucking do it, say whatever you want. I'm just focused on my end
Yeah.
goal. There's
That's
two
why
type of
I don't want to say anything because it's a fantasy. It's
Mhm.
not something that I'm gonna. Well,
So yeah, so you would be a mean asshole. Are you gonna eat candy in the middle of a podcast, Gabe? I shouldn't have given it to you now, guys. Let me show the
yeah. Oh,
icebreaker sour.
so good.
They make you salivate as if you're giving head,
No.
and it's so good. But you gotta be careful because it's not good for your enamel.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Where does it say that?
I've read it online. That sour, sour,
Wow.
is not good for your enamel.
Okay.
But it's so yeah. Don't eat 500.
Mm-hmm.
But it has replaced eating a fruit at the end of a meal.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just gonna eat this. Because I'm also, like you're trying not to drink. Well, you're not
Yeah.
drinking.
Yeah, I'm not drinking.
I'm like losing weight. I want me to show you the graph.
Yeah. Show me the graph.
We can. Well, it's too early to celebrate, but it's been going well. I've dropped a few pounds.
Nice.
I think I'm gonna continue.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes. I haven't been working out. I'm just eating less.
Oh, that's good.
No.
Have you been hungry?
Yeah, but it's for some reason I enjoy the hunger. See,
Oh, wow.
that's a 1 week.
No way. That's great.
There's a lot of
You
poop.
dropped like 4 pounds almost.
We'll see if I can. I don't know if it's poop or for actual weight,
Yeah.
but I feel like lighter on stage.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like one of those old guys who don't work out, who just loses weight, just skin and.
Yeah, well, you can work out a bit.
I know I should, but I have a fucked up shoulder, and I can't hug you.
No, you probably could. I don't know. Go to the hospital, or not the hospital. The physiotherapist.
Yeah. If any boneheads are physios and don't
Yeah.
offer free service, because it's not. I think I need to go see a doctor. There's so many things in my body.
You need a doctor.
that is just breaking down. I'm an old man now. You know, I gotta take care of my body.
Yeah.
It's
Sorry, I gotta start going to the gym. Fuck, I'm.
No, you're losing weight too.
I know, but just to like fucking do something during the day, that's like I feel good about myself, you know, because I can't bike anymore. It's all cold and shit. I was in McDonald's this weekend, and I caught a public freakout, a little bit of a public freakout. It was really exciting. I went, you know, like the McDonald's app. I have all these rewards. I have like 10,000 points, and so I used it to buy a coffee, free coffee, and I'm waiting for it. For some reason. Like, what I like to do, I stand outside of the McDonald's, and I order the thing, and I wait for it, and then I go in. Yeah. For some reason, the thing wasn't working, so I was like, okay. So I go inside, and then there's this guy wearing a Amazon jacket, comes in, and he's like, in French, he's yelling, like, hey, you didn't give me sugar with my coffee.
Okay, sugar.
Yeah, he wanted sugar.
Yeah.
And they're fucking, these two McDonald's guys, a bunch of, like assholes. They're like sitting there, like one's sitting on like the ice cream machine, one guy's on his phone, and then they both start yelling. Be like, stop, don't yell at me. They was barely yelling. He was like, hey. And the guy comes around the counter, the McDonald's guy, to get in his face. Be like, hey, wait.
He left the position.
He left his position.
He left the position of power.
Yeah.
Behind the counter. It's a bad fighter.
And as he was leaving, the guy took all the sugar packets and threw it at the guy.
The other employee?
Not the employee, the Amazon guy.
But he thought he didn't have sugar.
Yo, he had there was a big pack of sugar right there, like behind. So he goes, for some reason he knew where the sugar was. He throws it at the guy, and the guy's like, "Don't you throw shit at me!" And then he took a bunch of milk and threw it at the milk packets. Or maybe it was salt shaker. I don't know. And then they both got in each other's face, but they were like the guy in the Amazon outfit was like so old and like weak, and he was wasted or something. He was like, and I filmed it on my phone a little bit. It was the most pathetic fight. Nothing happened. And
filmed it.
And I was waiting, and I was like, "Fuck!" So my buddy was waiting for me outside, and he was like, "Get out of there!"
Yeah,
like, what
Gabe.
are you doing filming?
First of all, either help or get out of here. Stop filming, Gabe. Don't be that narcissist. Like, how many likes will I get if I film this human being being destroyed? Probably gonna get him fired if you post it.
I was laughing so much. Anyway, and
these are slaves.
Yeah.
Amazon. I mean, I love Amazon. I fucking everything ordered from Amazon.
It's two slaves fighting each other.
Exactly.
McDonald's slaves, Amazon slaves, and I'm the king.
Slave off.
Yeah, slave off.
Fucking slave off, man.
Slave off.
Of course, they have all this
Yeah.
inbred, not inbred, but like
inbred. Yeah, they're fucking each other.
No, that
brothers.
inner.
Yeah,
inner
anger.
Like inner anger, because then they have to take it on someone and take it on another slave. Like, this guy's a slave as well.
Yeah.
Understand? I'm so happy I don't have a job that requires a uniform. Imagine,
or like showing up somewhere. I'd kill myself. Like, I feel bad for my brother. He has a job every day. He's got to show up, manual labor.
That's
doing
cool,
shit.
bro. I love manual labor.
But it's not just like, I don't know. It's not that cool if you got to do it all the day, every day, 5 days a week, 5 a.m. till
does it bring him happiness?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hell
He's
no.
feeding the masses. You're providing goods.
I don't think you care at a certain point.
He's paid well. He has a nice Subaru.
Yeah, whatever.
Maybe
anyway,
some people
slave off.
Slave off. That's the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
Some people get fulfillment outside of work. That's something I realized as I go older.
Yeah.
I have my brother, right?
Yeah.
And he has like an office job. Pretty cool things, he does, but it's an office job.
Yeah.
And he's like looking forward for his retirement. He doesn't enjoy his job per se, like we enjoy comedy. However, he enjoys the money that comes from having a day job because he has a boat, has a huge house.
Wow.
And like he goes on a boat every weekend. He has like a couple of cars and he enjoys.
Yeah.
He found his hobbies that bring him joy.
Okay. Yeah.
And he focuses on that. And I think that's okay.
Yeah,
I think that's okay. But when you have like a shitty job that doesn't pay well and you have like people shit. Imagine working for fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
I've never been in a McDonald's. I went, this is nice.
No.
And imagine they work there and they have to deal with all these shitty people that go to McDonald's, including me.
It's crazy.
I try to be as polite as possible, but it's just, it's shit job.
You expect anytime you go into a McDonald's,
You expect something
you
crazy.
expect it to always be like shit.
Yeah.
But imagine any other restaurant.
Yeah.
Like imagine if a cop walked into any other restaurant and it was as if it was like how the McDonald's is.
Yeah.
You think they're like they would pull out their gun.
Yeah, they start shooting.
They'd be like, "What the fuck is going on?" But because it's a McDonald's, it's normal. It's there's a garbage, tumbleweed, a thing on fire.
There's a
Yeah.
crackhead, just crack it.
But if this was like an Indian restaurant, they'd be like, "Oh my god,
something's
Jesus
crazy."
Christ!"
Exactly.
You know.
Last time I went inside a McDonald's. Don't go ever to inside a McDonald's. Always fucking go through the
Oh really?
drive-through.
I only ever go inside McDonald's.
drive-through
Yeah.
or Uber Eats it. It's cold though when it gets there. But
Yeah.
drive-through because you don't have to go inside because the inside is always full of crazy people because they can't kick people out.
Yeah.
I swear, I walk in. First of all, I think I talked about it last time. There was like a bunch of kids, just kids running around.
Nice.
There was like, it was so weird. There was like, you're getting old. I think we talked about it. I'm standing there waiting for my order, and I look, they're like 15-year-olds or whatever. And there was a 15-year-old girl, and she was twerking, and she's looking at me. I'm like, and I swear I did. I'm like, oh, I'm getting old because that doesn't turn me on anymore.
Yeah, 15-year-old kid.
And she's like making. I'm like, stop making eye contact, you weirdo.
So weird.
And then
was it in the ball pit or whatever?
No, it was. I was in the ball pit checking out.
Yeah.
It was waiting in line to pick up the order.
Okay.
And then I turned, and on the table, because who sits in a McDonald's other than crazy people now? You know?
Yeah.
Crazy people or people who are alone. Like sometimes I sit there when I'm on the road, I eat there. But you're on the phone. You're never.
Yeah, no.
I look, and there's two people, like those crazy women with like a garbage bag on their head.
Yeah.
And there's 6 jackets.
Yeah.
And it's like summer outside, but they have jackets on and they have makeup. Like, when like the lipstick is really outside. Like
Yeah.
the color of the mustache. That's how. And
Yeah.
she's talking to her friend, and her friend is as crazy as her.
Yeah.
Like the pitch black hair that you buy. The dye that is now well made, so the
Yeah.
skin is black and the hair is
Yeah.
black, and you have like fucking
Gross.
black running on their face,
black.
and they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
And she was so loud, like they're talking as if we're talking in front of each other, and she was talking like, and everyone's like,
Were these Greeks?
I have no idea. I think they were European, Eastern European.
And this was in Montreal?
There was in Montreal on the Saint Laurent McDonald's. Like just angry, but she's just talking to her, and the other friend's like,
No way.
Like, I don't think the other friend said a word. They're just screaming.
Was
at
it
each
a
other.
group of old ladies?
No, just one
Two, okay.
one old lady sitting in front of an old lady, and the one sitting closer to the wall just screaming at her.
Oh, wow.
But they're just having like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe like, my son, he's just very good. He just became a doctor. I have no idea. It was just screaming at her. So I have fucking a 15-year-old twerking,
Yeah.
and kids running around
Yeah.
stealing Coke from the Coke
Oh,
machine, like taking ice, throwing at each
Yeah.
other. No more straws, no more ketchup back. There's nothing.
Nothing.
I'm like, oh, I'm so fat. I gotta stop eating at McDonald's.
There's a famous, notorious group of old ladies. They're like, I don't know, fucking old now. But it was like the mother and a sister, like a daughter and her sister, and like a mom and like some other old lady.
Yeah.
They all look like each other. And you look at them like, oh, they're normal old ladies, but they're crackheads. And they're just old Greek lady crackheads, and all they do is
Greek? I never heard of a Greek doing
Me
crack.
neither.
Like-
Yeah, there's only 5 in Park X. There was 4 that there's these ladies hanging out at Tim Hortons on
But how do you know they're crackheads?
because rumors. I don't know. Rumors. You see them around. They're always like.
How would old Greek grandmas know about crack?
No idea, but they're for
Are
sure.
they skinny or fat?
They're
Because crackheads usually are super skinny.
I think they're like skinny. They very much deteriorated at this point. But they were like young when I was a kid. But they're always like hanging out together, and then you always see them at the McDonald's just sitting there hanging out. But they weren't yelling. They're just there sitting there. Any time of the day, the Tim Hortons on Park Avenue in Jean Talon, that shitty Tim Hortons.
Road trip. Album recording. Podcast recording.
Yeah. Did I? Oh, this is a crib. When I was 14 years old, because in Park X, it was kind of like a little bit rough, but it was still kind of like friendly, family and shit.
Because it was still immigrant-y and they want to
super
succeed.
immigrant-y.
Yeah.
So I'm biking. I'm like 14 years old. I have my bicycle. Some old lady stops me.
Yeah.
She was like, hello. And I'm like, oh, this old lady, nice old lady. She wants to talk to me. She's like, hello there, boy. I'm like, hi. And she's like, do you have any, I want to buy a souvlaki. Do you have $5? And I was like, no. She's like, what about $3? I was like, no, I have no money. And she's like, can I give you a blowjob for $2? And I was
Yeah.
like, no. And I biked. She was like this old lady.
Damn, $2 blowjob.
$2
Dude, fucking
blowjob.
price of inflation. Even crack has now there at least 5.
Is that terrifying though as a kid?
Yeah. Fucking 14. And like there was like you were starting to get hormonal. So you're like, were you jacking off at 14?
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
I definitely wasn't jagging off to her.
No.
She had like shit in her mouth.
Ugh. Oh, dude, I have a crazy story like this. I don't know if I ever told you this. So I was 17.
Yeah.
17, yeah. First car, Crown Victoria.
Wow.
I dropped my friends out. He lived in Westmount or whatever.
Mhm.
So I drop him there. And I'm driving and I'm on... I don't know what street, but like a main street going back to NGG. I used to live in NGG. And it's like minus 35 outside. It's freezing. So I'm driving and I see like a hot woman
Yeah.
in a skirt. She's like, I'm like, oh, that's weird. Then I keep driving. I'm like, maybe I should.
Stop.
Like, it's a mix of like, I should be a good Samaritan versus
Yeah.
she's a hot girl.
Yeah.
So I turn the car. I do a U-turn. I go back. I'm like, are you okay? She's like, can you drop me? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. Like, she's hot. Like, she's a hot Asian girl. She's like, all right, get in the car. She gets in the car. She's talking. And I'm like, it was the first time I interact with, well, you'll see. So I'm driving. And she's like, oh, my God, it's so cold. You know, do you mind driving me home? It's just really cold. And she was like, skirt and like,
Oh wow.
like one of those puffy jackets. And I'm like, and then she's like, oh, I'll show you my tits if you want. They're really nice.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, okay. And imagine 16-year-old
Okay.
Amer barely spoke.
16?
16, 17. Like, I don't know how, but extremely young.
Oh my god.
Extremely young, okay? And I'm like, she's like, yeah, I can even give you a blowjob if you drop me home.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, okay. And then I got scared. Like, I'm like, okay, you know, where's she gonna blow me, you know? And I got scared, and I'm like, we're close to your house. And I dropped her like on Sherbrooke, miles away from her house. I got super scared
Wow.
because I'm like, oh, this feels weird.
And she was. What do you think she was? Just a nice lady,
I think
or
she was a prostitute.
really?
Yeah. No, like nice ladies fucking talk about how great her tits are, and she would blow me if I drop her home. I'm assuming a prostitute.
Damn, she's giving out for free. I guess it's like a lift.
It was minus 35 degrees.
Damn,
outside.
really desperate.
That's how Canada gets. That's how cold gets Canada.
That's how
Okay.
cold it gets in Canada.
That's how cold it gets in Canada.
Damn, blowjob desperation.
Dude, I remember I even felt weird afterwards
Yeah.
because I think if I just came like, okay, I'm gonna buy a prostitute and buy a
Yeah.
blowjob, maybe I wouldn't feel weird about it.
Mhm.
But like since my Good Samaritan
Yeah.
kicked in with my extreme horniness of being 17, never got laid, never kissed a girl.
Wow.
It like I just feel like, no, I don't want to.
Let's
This is
say-
where you live.
Let's say at this age, 38 years old.
Yes.
You pick up, and you're single.
I'm the prostitute. Guys, can you drop me home? I'll
At least-
suck your dick. I'll suck your dick, man. It's so cold. Bro, it's spring. Like, my Converse don't keep my cool. Like, yeah, right now,
yeah, let's say you pick up that same lady. She looks the same age,
Yeah.
but this is 38-year-old Amer.
Hmm.
Would you?
Now I wouldn't even pick up anyone right now.
But let's say you did.
Yeah? Let's say I did.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'd blow you.
Yeah. Let's say same
I
situation.
think it would get hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Huh. How do you know?
There's only one way to find out. You told me let's go to see the crack Greek
Let's go to
crack
the crack,
horse.
crack Tim Hortons.
Let's
crack.
go Park X. My girlfriend will understand.
Yeah,
Serious
yeah,
for
yeah.
the podcast.
Yeah. That's funny.
Would you? Okay, let's. What about you?
Would I? I don't know.
You're driving. You have a cool car,
If
right?
I was single
Yeah.
and all that, and I don't know, man. I'd be nervous,
Hmm.
first of all, for STDs.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous for that. I'd be like, I don't know, a little weird. But also, I wouldn't be driving because I would want to be, like, if I was drunk, you make
No,
more
but you're
bad
driving. We just assume that you're driving.
know.
If I'm driving, you're driving. Oh, you're
it
on your
really
Bixie.
depends on the situation. Let's say let's say the situation is, let's say it's right away. She's like, "Hi, how's it going? You want a blowjob?" I'd be like, "Okay, this is weird." But let's say you're driving, you're talking, and then she slowly introduce. It's more normal. Did she say it right away, or it was like as you were driving?
Dude, it's been
22
22 years
long
ago
time.
or
Yeah, it's
something.
long
So
time.
I just remember it got sexual and she made it sexual.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 17. I'm just,
Yeah.
but I remember like it's funny. I think about it now. Now I understand why I felt weird because I was mixing being a good
Niceness.
person
Okay.
and being a fucking like
Yeah.
a fucking creep who just
But
wants to fuck.
you picked her up though.
Yeah,
'cause you're-
exactly. But I
yeah.
picked her up, but for both reasons. I think if I would
Yeah.
just get a prostitute, I wouldn't feel bad. I'm like, because it's an
Really?
interaction. I never did, but
But I'm so cheap that I'd be like, I'm not gonna buy
fucking
it.
to refuse a $2 blowjob.
It's-
Like, what's the If she said 10 cents.
I mean, you know what? I was
Maybe it was too low. If she went for $50, you'd be like, okay, that's a reasonable price.
Okay, you're not crazy. You're not giving it out to everybody.
Yeah, I'm special.
And also, if she kind of was slow with it, it was like, hey, how's it going? I want a souvlaki. Oh, I like souvlaki.
Connection.
My favorite
you
souvlaki
you would want a
place
connection.
is the one at Jean Talon. You want a blowjob?
Yeah. What do you put in your tzatziki?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would want a connection. But here's I think
to-
I cannot mix both. I cannot mix being a good Samaritan, like a good person, and buying sex. It cannot be
know.
both.
But it's not.
It should be like, here's your money, suck my cock, salam alaikum, or like, I'm gonna drop you home. You don't need to give me anything.
But then, let's say
learned.
You've become friends with her, right? Because you dropped you off. The head was done.
But she was a bit crazy.
Yeah,
I think
scary. I'm afraid she's gonna bite your dick off, or my dick off, or whatever.
I didn't even think of that.
And she's like, "Thanks, sucker," and she puts it in the freezer. The dick.
Yeah. Dude, I swear to God, it's such. What a weird memory.
Yeah, that is spooky.
But it's okay. You learn from these things,
Wow, that's fucked. But it's interesting.
Next time, get the blowjob before you get started.
Yeah.
Like as you open the door, blowjob. Blowjob. Wow. I remember when I was driving for Uber.
Yeah.
I had like 4 girls get in the car, 5 girls get in the car, and I look back and I'm like, guys, you can't be 5.
Yeah, that's a lot to fit in a car.
They're young 20s. Like it was Saturday night. They're all dressed sexy. I'm like, you can't be in the car because I will fucking get a ticket. I will and they're like, come on, look, we fit in. I'm like, you can't. You gotta cancel the ride. They're like, we'll show you our tits. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Oh really?
Like, fuck you, piece of shit.
That's what they said.
Oh yeah, they got super angry.
One didn't even come in the front to help.
One got in the front, but 4 were in the back. And they're like, come on, we'll show you our tits. I'm like, nah, I gotta pay my rent. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, it's
very helpful to like
fair enough.
For the magic of like the girl, like the I put a spell on you.
Yeah.
Just work in retail, not in retail, but in customer service.
Yeah.
And you're like, you guys are all
you're
all disgusting human like all of us.
I know. Well, I got desensitized working in a bar, just hanging out with all these fucking all these assholes all day long.
Yeah.
Oh, and there people would try to charm you into like free things or drinks or. And I wouldn't give them an ounce or an inch. Yeah. Yeah, I would. I don't give a shit. It'd be hard.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah.
I think when you'll have a child, you should even like let's say when we'll become millionaires.
Mm-hmm.
So once you become a dad, I think you should let your son. I mean, I'm gonna be the godfather, so I'm gonna be helping you. Who's gonna be the godfather of your son?
I don't have any.
I'm already godfather to 2 kids.
Okay.
So that's part of my charm.
Okay.
I am a good. I'm the godfather.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyways, cool. And so you should let them have a shitty job. Go get. You want money? Go get a shitty job.
Yeah,
but Dad,
for sure.
You're a millionaire with Amer.
With Amer.
Go get a shitty. Go work at the fucking
slave
pub.
Off. Yeah.
And go
at the pump.
Go at the
gas
pub. At the pub.
Oh, the pub.
I worked in a petrol station
for
like 3 days. I hated it. Fuck. I didn't want to work there anymore.
Dude. I my weirdest job was I worked in a kitchen at a hospital for 1 day. It paid. I was like 17 years old. It paid like $22 an hour.
Yeah,
something crazy. But I had to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah,
I couldn't wake up that early. I was like, dude, guys, I'm drinking every night. I'm fucking going crazy, and I remember being so tired. And I said like, whoever wakes up this early to go to work is a fucking idiot. I said that in front of like everybody. I didn't realize that I offended everybody.
Yeah, of course.
And I just didn't show up the next day. But for that 1 day work, I made like more money than I ever made in my life. I was like, yo, that's all I needed. Just 1 day of work.
I've gotten fired once. So when I was young, I'm like, I want to be I started selling lemonade. I started even for like one summer with my cousin, we went to pick up cans in recycling bins. I'm like, this is disgusting. I don't want to do that anymore. So I stopped doing it. I did it like once. So I sold lemonade by the pool. That was pretty cool. And then I'm like, I need a job. I was like 15. Mm-hmm. So I found out that you can go pick up fruits.
Oh, yeah.
Did I tell you that story?
No, but no. I had friends that did that. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll go pick up fruits.
Yeah.
So you have to wake up at like 5 something, take the first metro, and then they put you on a bus.
School bus,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you would go in the Estrie or whatever to pick up strawberries.
Yeah.
And I worked 3 days. One farm fired me because I was too slow.
No way.
Yeah, I was too slow. And then as you grow older and you see like because who would get that job? It's a cash job, right?
Yeah.
So who would get that job?
Immigrants.
It's like immigrants.
Yeah.
And they're like,
criminals.
We need to. hard work, dude, moms,
Yeah.
hardworking moms, and
so
just
brutal.
they go there because it's a job. They probably did it at home. And
Yeah.
you don't need any mental power, just manual labor. And I remember like middle of middle of my work day is like, listen, here's $20 for your we're good, thank you. And I just spend the whole day at the farm, just sitting under a tree, waiting for the bus to come to take me back
That's
home.
crazy. They're like, okay, not fast enough.
That's how bad I was at at manual labor.
Dude, that's crazy.
I remember I had a job once where a guy who's like a friend of a friend of a friend, he bought like a buttload of adult diapers, of children type. I remember. But he needed to set them, like put 10 in a bag so he can sell them by bags.
Okay.
He used to have a dépanneur. So we walked in a warehouse, and I remember you walking in, like you just imagine like they dump a huge truck and you're walking in diapers, and you're just picking up diapers, putting in the bag.
Fuck.
So imagine like a mountain of diapers. You're in diapers and you're just picking up diapers.
Jesus.
I did that job. That guy got murdered.
What?
That's what I found out afterwards. He was in a shady business.
Oh, jeez.
And then he got he disappeared. And then 8 years later, 10 years later, they found his body.
Wow.
So he was in shady business. He was a shady dude. What else? Shady jobs I had. I told you I worked at Blockbuster. That was a fun job.
Yeah.
Everyone was high. Now that I'm older, I'm like, oh yeah, you all smoke weed all the time.
Yeah, that sounds like a fun job.
Yeah.
Just no
Worked at Tim Hortons.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's a lot of jobs.
Well, yeah, they were like part-time jobs. You know,
Yeah.
they're during. I always had a job during school.
Yeah, same.
I enjoyed the freedom of having money. I had a car, so you can put gas.
It's true.
It's nice.
I saved up so much money working at this Greek restaurant, but the thing is, I would work Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday.
Yeah.
So I didn't have I would go to school a week and I would just work on the weekends. So
Mm-hmm.
I just had all my friends would go out on Friday, Saturday, and that for from 18 to 24, I never went out on the weekend.
But you got shit-faced. When did you get shit-faced? During the week?
Sunday maybe. I'd go to Tam Tams or some shit.
Ugh.
And I would just drink 10 bottles of wine.
God
At
damn.
one point I was not 10, but 3.
Yeah.
And I get so drunk. Yeah, man. I just love Tam Tams.
Really?
Well, it was
It's
just...
too hippie for me.
Yeah, but we'd go up in the... We wouldn't hang out we wouldn't go there. We were further, way up, where it was just kind of quiet, and us and our pals would just drink and laugh. And
I realize we get so much attention on stage that off stage. I was telling that to my girlfriend. She's like, "You're a liar and an idiot." I'm like, "What do you mean?"
What?
Well, I told her that if I could be invisible off stage, I would be so happy. On stage, I want all the lights. I want to bam, 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 bam. Off stage, because she told me, Amer, because she's taking me to the ballet when I go to London.
Oh, it's fine.
And I'm like, but she's like, by the way, you can't dress like you dress. I'm like, what do you mean? I dress so well. It's like, Amer, you wear the same thing. You have 4 sweaters and you wear the same thing every day. They won't even let you in. I'm like, I don't want to buy. She's like, don't you have dress pants? I'm like, yeah, if someone dies, I have a pair of dress pants and a black shirt. She's
But
like,
you
okay.
could wear you don't need dress. But you probably just need maybe
What's
not pants
wrong with how
this.
I dress?
Uh,
I like the anonymity of how I look.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about Guillaume. Did you see his new jacket?
Yeah, I like
He
it.
looks like a fucking.
I love that jacket.
He's
It's really cool.
peacocking. He's it's too colorful.
Is it? It's not that peacocky.
Yeah, it's too much. Too many colors.
It's kind of like a throwback 80s style jacket.
I'm happy for him. He's getting to
I
know
really
himself.
like that jacket.
But I'm like, that's too much. Because my girlfriend's like, oh, Amer, tell him where he bought that jacket so you can buy one similar. I'm like, I'm never wearing that jacket. Ever.
I don't know if it fit
Imagine
you.
me in color. Imagine me in colors.
I don't know. I can't imagine you in colors.
I want to go from this to bespoke suits. I want to skip everything in between. You know what I mean? I either want to wear this or a fucking dress go to Savile Road or whatever.
Arabian Nights.
You know the word assassin apparently comes from hashishin in Arabic. It's an Arabic word.
Yeah.
Hashishin means people who smoke hash.
Ah.
So back then the crazy soldiers who used to jump into battle, and they used to get high off hashish. And then go murder people. So they call them, the Hashishin are coming. And Hashishin became the assassin.
Oh, I think we spoke about literally this on a podcast.
Yeah? Well, refresher.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for coming, watching the show. Tell a friend, subscribe.
Thank you for
Seriously, tell a friend. We've been doing well.
Yeah.
We
Tell a
have
friend.
3,000 followers
Tell a friend.
now. Yes.
Tell 10 friends. Tell all your friends.
And come Sunday we have Samson Cooperman.
Wild
True
man.
original voice.
Yeah.
Coming.
Hilarious.
Headlining. It's exciting. We have a good lineup too. So guys, come laugh. Gabe will be hosting. He's been a great host. I'm very proud of him. And we love you very much, guys. Thank you so much for making our dreams come true. Help us become rich.
Bye.
We love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye.